We're headed to the land of tumbleweeds and cattle in El Paso. Come on down. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Cardboard Drafthouse. My name's Ryan.
This is Dante.
And today we are playing Great Western Trail El Paso style. In honor, we've got this Fieldwork Brewing Radios and Rodeos lager. It's a nice crispy American lager. Tastes like I'm in Texas. So anyway, we got the game all set up and ready for 2 players. This is a sort of distilled down version of regular Great Western Trail, which is my personal favorite game. So we'll see how this lives up. The object of the game is to score the most points. You're going to score points by getting cattle into your deck. You're going to score points for having workers at the end of the game. And you're going to score points for having buildings that you've built out onto the board. You'll also get points from these bonus tiles here. There's various ways to obtain all of these things. And we'll go over that real quick and then we'll jump right in.
Yeehaw.
So on your turn in Great Western Trail, El Paso, when we start out, we're going to take our insanely large cowboy meeple. These things are awesome. This is probably the best part of this whole game. We're going to be able to place our meeple out onto any one of these pre-existing buildings that's on the board and take that action. In future turns, we're going to be able to move our worker along the trail, moving in the rondelle circle of the trail. And wherever we stop, we're going to be able to take that action of that space, and then it moves on to our opponent's turn. And we'll keep doing that until this deck of cows runs out. And every time you make it to El Paso, a person's going to take one of these cards and add it to their deck. So this is sort of the timer for how the game's going to end. So let's explain some of the actions that we already have out here. A lot of the buildings will have a card with a number value on it and some money. That'll be discarding a card of that value from your hand to take that money from the supply. If it ever shows one of these tokens here, these are draw and discard tokens. You can use them anytime on your turn to draw a card from your deck and then discard a card out of your hand. It's a way to filter your hand since this is a deck building game. If you ever see this symbol here with the cow, that would be going to the cattle market where you're going to use your cowboy workers to potentially buy cattle and add them to your deck. On this building here, you'll see this little gear symbol. That means take an auxiliary action. Auxiliary actions are things that are on our board. At the start of the game, some of them are covered up with discs that we'll need to place out onto the board, which I'll explain in a minute. But if you're ever able to take an auxiliary action, you can do one of the things here on your board. The first would be just to gain $1. The next would be get a certificate. And when you get a certificate, we're going to be moving this down, and this will help us when we go to sell our cows in El Paso. It'll make their value a little bit better. And this is the same symbol that's on this token here, which is the draw and discard from your deck. And then this here is eliminate a card from your deck completely, because as in deck building games, you usually want to sort of thin out your deck and leave your deck with the better cards so you have better chances of drawing them. So this will eliminate some of the less valuable cards that are in your deck. And the next action that we have on the trail would be to buy more workers. There's all these available workers up here that we can buy. And when you go on this space here, you can spend money to hire more workers, which will help you do the various actions, being buying cattle, going to the train yard, and building buildings. This next building here shows a building tile. And just like the cattle market, you're going to use your building employees to build buildings out onto the board. The way you're going to do this is for each building, it shows a requirement of workers. So if you need one worker, you're going to have to discard one of these employees And every time you discard an employee, that's going to cost you 2 gold. So to build this first building, I would have to discard one of these, spend 2 gold, and then I could put this building out onto the map. And when I do that, I'm going to put one of my markers on that building, and only I can use those abilities there. If Dante was to ever land on that building, he would get to do just a single auxiliary action, and that's it. The same goes for cowboys. I didn't mention that earlier. When you buy cows, you're going to also be discarding cowboys to buy the cows and spending money, and they go into your discard pile. I need to back up a little bit here to this building with the train symbol. Just like the other actions, you're going to be using your conductors to visit the train and do various actions depending on how many of these guys you discard. If you just discard one, you're able to spend $2 and take these actions here on this card. If you discarded 2, you could do that, 3 and 4. And the actions on the train are mainly to take these tiles. If you ever see this horn icon, it's going to be taking one of these tiles. If you see the bell, it'll be taking one of these tiles. You can take one that's face up, or you can take one off the top of the deck if you don't want one of the ones that's face up. This also shows the icon for the draw and discard token. It shows the auxiliary action, and it also shows gaining certificates and moving your cowboy forward on the map. If you were to do that, you would move your cowboy forward and get to take the action of where the cowboy lands at that point in time. This one's pretty simple. Just you're going to gain $2 and you're going to get a certificate. That's one of the easier buildings that we have out. I mentioned earlier that we're going to be discarding our employees to take various actions out here on the board. When you do that, they go into your personal discard pile, just like your cows would if you were ever discarding them to actions out on the board. And when you draw your hand back up, if you ever draw an employee, you just immediately play it back into your employee pool and then draw another card to replace that employee. So you sort of use them to take actions and then they'll go into your deck. But then as you draw them again, they'll come back out and be available for future actions. The last thing to explain is when we get to El Paso, that's the end of the trail, we're going to reveal our hand of cattle and add up their point value. And then we're going to be able to deliver those cattle out to one of these spots here using the discs from our player board. If the spot out here on the map does not have these little black edges, you can't use one of these discs with the black edges. So let's say, for instance, I revealed a hand of cattle and it added up to 7. I could put one of my discs out here and I would take the bonus, which is one of these horn tokens. Some of these, once you get down here from 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and 20 are worth a point value at the end of the game. So building up a hand of cattle that can get you further along this track will get you a lot of points if you're able to do so. At the end of the game, we're going to look at all of the shield symbols here that have a number on it. Those are going to be your endgame points. So your cattle will score you points, your employees will score you points, your buildings have a point value on them. Point values are going to be on these delivery spaces as well as on these tokens here. These have point values and some will have a condition that you need to meet. And if you meet that condition, will also score you points. The last thing that you can do, if you have a worker out and you don't want to use it for their ability of building buildings or getting cattle or going to the train yard, they do have an ability on them that you can use during your turn. So this here's a wild worker. It can be used as any worker, but if you wanted to, you could just discard it to get 2 money. The conductors can be discarded to get 1 money. The builders can be discarded, and if you spend $2, you can buy yourself a certificate. And if you discard a cowboy, you'll get to add 1 movement to your meeple for that turn. So you'll be able to move 1 space further than you normally would. At the start of the game, we can only move 3 spaces at a time. So every time you land on a building, that counts as a space. So if I was moving 3 currently, I'd be able to go 1, 2, and then 3. You never have to move your full amount of movement if you don't want to. That's just the maximum you're allowed to move. Also at the start of the game, our hand size is indicated here. We have 4 cards in our hand, and if we're ever able to deliver this token out onto one of these spaces here, we'll be able to draw 5 cards into our hand, which will eventually let you have bigger hands of cattle and let you get further down the trail. With that, I think we're ready to giddy up. Do we have to say y'all in this video, or?
I won't. Y'all.
You won't?
Y'all, no.
Come on, y'all.
Y'all.
We are from California, and typically we don't say y'all, but
We say dude.
yeah, we do say dude. Are we rock, paper, scissoring? Because we don't have any dice up here.
That's all we do. Yep.
All right. We'll do 1, 2, 3, moo.
Okay.
All right. Best of just one shot?
One shot.
All right. 1, 2, 3, moo. You got me.
Okay.
You're first. First player does get to take one of these objective tiles, and then we flop out a new one, and then I get to take an objective tile. So we start out with an objective tile.
I will start with this one.
Double bell?
Double bell.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Blue and yellow cow. That's also good, but blue and a bell, that's pretty easy to do, and it's an extra point. I'll take that. Got him. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle up my deck here and draw my 4 cards. Looks like Dante already did that. Probably cheated. I'm just kidding. All right.
I'm going to start my journey at the beginning. Do we start with any coins?
Oh, yeehaw! We do. First player, $4 and an exchange token, and I get $5 and 1 exchange token. So my bad, everybody. We do start with some money, which I forgot to divvy out. I was too excited to hit the old dusty trail.
All right, so I'm going to start there. I will discard a black cow to get $2.
Ballin'.
I will then spend $1 to get another one of these. Then I will buy a cow. I'll discard my cowboy. Spend $2 to buy a yellow cow.
Seems good, dude.
That is the end of my turn, and since I have 3 cards, I can draw back up to 4.
Nicely done. I'm going to go on the same spot as Dante. We're going to kick it at the cattle market. I will also discard a black cow here to get $2. I will spend one of the bucks to get an exchange token. And I know this is a little pricey, but my card here wants me to have a blue cow. So I think I'm going to discard my cowboy and my wild. And 1, 2, 3, $4 to get this blue. What is that, a Corriente?
Corriente?
Corriente.
Corriente.
That's what we're calling it. And then I'm at 3 cards in hand, so I'm going to draw back up. Sure go.
My turn, I will move 2 spots. I will discard a white Galloway to get $2.
Yep.
And then I will spend $5 to purchase, I think I want a conductor. And that will be it. Now, I'm at 3, so I will go drop back up to 4.
Mm-hmm. Dang, I made a terrible play already, dude. I can't buy dudes. We're going to go just one step. I'm going to take an auxiliary action and just take $1. I am foregoing the train action. So I'm just going to do my auxiliary action, forego a train action. Yeah, that's it.
Well, I'm going to continue taking Mosi down the path. I will discard a green and get $2, but I will spend those $2 and discard my builder to build the level 1 and place it right over here in this free spot.
So this level 1 building says you can discard a 1 cow with the status of 1 on it to get $3 and take an auxiliary action.
And I'll draw back up to 4. Go right ahead.
All right. I'll take 1 step forward on the trail. I'm going to discard a Galloway and get $2. So that way I can spend 5. And I will buy a worker. I'm going to buy a cowboy. That's it. I'm going to draw back up to 4.
All right, I'm going to move 2 spots. I will discard a 1 to get $3. And I think for my auxiliary action, I'm just going to get another $1. So $1 more. Go right ahead and I'll draw back up to 4.
You're balling, sir. All right. I'm going to take it nice and slow. Move here. I'm going to discard a green for $2. And I will discard my builder, spending those $2 to also build the 1 building. And I will put that right here towards the end of the trail. Make sure you put your marker out on the building so that we know only you can use that. There we go. I'm at 3. I'm going to draw back up to 4.
All right, before I do anything, I'm going to discard a token to draw and discard. And I think I will go just straight to El Paso. I will get $5.
Yeah, so when you get to El Paso, the first thing that happens is you always get $5.
Okay.
You get one of those Simmental.
And then my total is 5. So I can place a token at 5 or less. I think I must remove the money token, go right over here and get a ribbon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so when you sell your cows in El Paso, only different cows will count. So he's getting a value of 2 for the piney wood, a value of 2 for the Santa Gertrudis, and then since he's got 2 of the same here, the Criollo, only one of them counts. So he's got a value of 5 and this one doesn't do anything. That's why you kind of want to filter your hand so that you have a full set of unique cows. That's how you're going to get the most points.
Right. I will now discard these and draw back up to 4.
Yep.
We're drawing 1, shuffling, and drawing the next 3.
I think I'm going to go 1, 2, stop here. I'll get $2 and a ribbon. Here we go.
All right, I think I'm going to go ahead and move 2. I will start with an auxiliary and I will get $3.
$3.
And I will use the conductors. And I think I want to do all 3. So I will discard all 3 of these.
Damn.
$6. And I will get 1 of each. I will definitely get this one, which lets me kill a cow.
Whoa, kill a cow.
And you can only ever kill 5 cows in this game. No more. But yeah, less.
Yes, less.
And
yeah,
then,
that was a errata to the rules, right?
errata to the rules.
I don't think it's actually in the printed rule book, but they did say after the fact that you can only ever remove 5 cows from your deck, and then you're maxed out. So they say to keep a discard of your removed cows so that you never remove more than 5.
And then I think I'll take this one yellow and one blue.
It's good.
And now we'll draw back up to 4. Go right ahead.
All right. So I'm moving 1 step onto my personal building here. Lets me discard a 1 for $3. 1, 2, and 3. And then it lets me take an auxiliary action, which I think I'm going to do draw and discard. So I'm going to draw a card, then I'm going to discard a card. And since I'm at 3 cards in hand into my turn, I'm going to draw back up.
All right. My turn, I will go right over here, discard a white cow for $2. And I will buy one person, so I have the floating 2 and then 3 more. I think I will buy my second cowboy. And I will draw back up to 4. Go right ahead.
All right, start of my turn, I will use one of my exchange tokens. So I get to draw and discard. I'm gonna draw a card into my hand and then discard. And now I'm moving on to El Paso, where I get $5. I get one of these cards into my discard, and then I'm revealing a hand of 7. So I will also remove this auxiliary action that gives $3. Place it here, which lets me take one of these. I'll take this. This one says to have a building with a builder value of 2 or higher and a brown shorthorn cow. Hopefully I can do that. My turn's done, and I have to draw back up, and I have no cards in my deck, so I'm shuffling.
Shuffle those 2.
Shuffle these 2. All right. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
All right, for my turn, I will move 3. 1, 2, 3. Discard a gray cow for $3.
Mm-hmm.
And for auxiliary, I will get $3 more.
Jeez. Money bags.
And draw back up to 4.
I'll move 1 step here, discard the Piney Woods to get $2, spend 1 to buy an exchange token, and I will go to the cattle market spending my 1 cowboy to buy this Black Angus, and that's going to cost me $2. And draw back up to 4. Since I drew one of my workers into my hand, I immediately just play it out into my worker area and then redraw. Here we go.
I think I'll just go straight to El Paso. I will get $5. I'll add another 2 to my deck. And then my total is 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. And I will spend my ribbon to go to 9. And I will place my ribbon 1 in the 9, giving me a free worker. And I will take another cowboy. You could also take a wild, but wilds also have an additional cost of 4. So maybe I should just do that actually. Let's just be 4.
Mr. Moneybags.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I will put this back, pay 4 actually, and get another wild.
Smart.
And I will draw back up to 4. Go right ahead.
All right. I'm going to go 1 step. I'm going to take the auxiliary action of getting $3. 1, 2, 3. I'll spend my conductor and spend $2 to do this here, which gives me an exchange token. And I get to take one of these here. 12 seems more attainable. I think I'll take this here. Here we go.
All right. I think I will go mostly down to the cattle market. I will discard a black cow for $2. So yeah, I will spend 1 for another exchange token, and then I will spend my 3 cowboys plus $6 to buy a brown Bessie. And that will end my turn. Draw back up to 4.
All right. I'm going to move one step forward. I'll use an exchange token before I take the action here. So I'm going to draw a card and then discard a card. That was the exact card I wanted to get. So I'm going to discard the Galloway for 2. And then I will spend 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5. And I will buy a builder. And that's my go. I'm going to draw back up to 4. I drew a builder, so I'm going to play that and draw back up. Drew my wild, so I'm going to play that, draw back up. Sure go.
I think before I do anything, I'll spend a token to shuffle my deck. Draw. I drew Conductor. Then I will discard green Bessie. Let's do this. We'll go here. We will get $3, and then I will spend 2 at my Conductor to get the token back. And one of these, I'll take this 14. Maybe just grab from the top. You know what? We're just gonna go random from the top. All right, that was kind of pretty much what I was gonna take anyway. Go right ahead.
All right. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm not going to discard a green. I am going to build a building. I will discard my 2 builders to build this building here. That's going to cost me $4. So I'll throw in a 5, take 1 back. Yeah, we'll go ahead and put this right at the beginning of the trail. And it's your go.
All right, I will start my turn by, again, drawing and discarding. Discard a little gray cow. I think I'm still just gonna buy a person. I don't have a white card to discard, sadly, but I do have $5.
I'm sad for you.
And I think I will buy a builder.
Smart.
Go right ahead.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, stop here, get $2, and I will get a ribbon as well. Easy turn. Every turn's easy out here on the trail. That's what they say.
I think I'm gonna set up for the next round. So I'm just gonna move 3. Discard a gray cow for $3, and I will get $3 as well for $6.
Jeez, Moneybag, stop. I'm doing the same thing. I'm gonna move 1 step here. Discard my 1 to get $3. 1, 2, 3. And for my auxiliary action, I'll also get $3. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna exchange some of this. So here's a 5. And since I'm at 3 cards, I'll draw back up. And sure go.
Before I do anything, I'll discard token again. So draw, discard black cow. I think I'll just go here.
Man, you're just running to El Paso, dude.
It's in the way. I will take $5. I will grab another 2. I will now show a total of 7. I will grab this cycle one, place right over here. And I'll just take one from the top. Ooh, I already have a brown Bessie. And that will be me.
I think I'm gonna go here, land on El Paso. That gives me $5. Gives me an orange cow. And I'll reveal my hand, which is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I will spend 1 certificate for 9, so that way I can get a free worker. I think I'll unlock this ability, which lets me remove cows from my deck. We'll go here, and I will get a cowboy, baby. Those are discarded, draw back to 4, and it is your turn.
All right, I will head over here. I do not have a black cow to discard.
That token should be out on my building.
I will pay 1 to get a token, and I will discard 2 cowboys and $4. Can I get a 1 back? To grab this blue Bessie, which I do not have yet.
Blue Bessie.
And that will be it for me.
All right. I'm going to move 1. I can discard any 2-level cow to get $5. So I will discard this green, get a 5er. Then I can take an auxiliary action, or I can go to the cattle market. And I think I will do that. I will discard all 3 of these and spend $6 to buy myself a shorthorn. And since I have to draw back up and I have nothing in my draw deck, I have to shuffle. This is the best part of the video.
Yep,
Shuffling in. I'm sure that sounds amazing too. You want to hit me with a cut so I'm not cheating? So I didn't put that 4 right on top. You're up.
I think what I want to do is, I think I'm going to go here, and I'm going to draw, discard, then draw, discard. Draw, discard, and draw. Shuffle time. Draw. Discard. I will discard 2. And pay $4. Can I get 1 back? And I think I want to take one of the ones that lets me have 2 of the same to be able to count them.
In El Paso.
And then for my auxiliary action, I will take $3. Oh, wait, yeah, for this auxiliary action. Yeah. And go right ahead.
I thought you were cheating too.
I know.
I was like, you already did that. But then I was like, oh no, it's on the card. Cattle wrangling's hard, dude.
Yeah, it sure is.
Well, I have no workers out, which is terrible. Yeah, I think I might go 1, 2, 3. Discard a white cow here to get $2. Then I can buy 1 worker for 5 and a not equal, not the same as the last worker for an additional 8 for 13. So that's 10, 11, 12, 13. I will do that. Probably a builder and a conductor. Since I'm at 3 cards, I need to draw back up. Drew a cowboy. It's your go.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go here. And I'm actually gonna upgrade a building. So I'll spend these 2 workers plus $4 to build that level 3 and switch it for the only one I can't do.
I kind of forgot you have to spend $3 to do this. That's whack.
Life is rough, dude.
Cattle wrangling's hard. All right, yeah. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3 and get $2 and a certificate.
I think I'm gonna go here, get one of these and actually go down a ribbon. Go right ahead.
All right. I'll move one step further. Discard my 1 for $3. 1, 2, 3. And then for my auxiliary action, call me crazy, man. I'm going to spend the $3 that I just got. That should be gone too. I'm going to discard this black piney wood. That's the end of my turn, so I'm going to draw 2. 1, 2. That's a worker.
All right, I'm gonna go here and grab a builder. And I don't think I'm gonna discard. No. Go right ahead.
All right. My next move has to be to El Paso, where I get $5. I get to draw one of these dudes, and then I reveal my hand, which is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I will spend one of my certificates to make it 12. I will also spend $4 to unlock my hand size being 1 higher and go on the 12 spot here. That's my El Paso turn. I'm going to draw back up to 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
All right. Continue.
I did get a builder, so I'm going to keep drawing here. I got another builder. Got a cowboy. Oh man, here's all the workers. Here they come. All right.
All right, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna get $2 and a ribbon. Can I have $2 and go right ahead?
Yep. First move is going to be land right here. I'm going to discard a 2 to get $5. Then I can take an auxiliary action, or I can go to the cattle market. Yeah, I'll discard 1, 2, and I'm just going to just discard 2 and spend $4. Take 1 back for the blue. Yeah. Gotta save that for train actions. So I'm at 3 cards. I'm gonna draw back up to 4.
All right. Before I do anything, I'll spend $2. Discard my conductor to go. 1 ribbon. I will go here. I will get $5. I will get another cow. And I have 11 in cards, and I will spend 3 for 14.
I should have 5 cards in my hand. So I'm going to draw an extra 1. My bad. That's a conductor.
So I will also unlock the 5 cards.
Yeah.
That will cost me 4, so get 1 back. And that will be me. I will draw 5 cards now.
I'm going to go 1 and 2. I think I'm going to use, for my auxiliary action here, I'm going to draw and discard. So I'll draw, and then I'll discard. So then I'm going to do the train action, where I'm going to discard 3 conductors and $6. To do this here, I'll take the 16. And do I want a permanent ribbon? That sounds kind of nice. Take a permanent ribbon. And we're going to flop out these. All right, your turn.
I'm going to start with discarding a token. I want to see what I'm working with. Okay, let's discard this. I think what I want to do is go here. I will discard a black cow to get $2, but I will just spend those $2 and a cowboy to buy this yellow cow. And I will not spend the 1 for the token. And I will draw it back up.
You're done?
I am done, yes.
All right. I'm going to go 1, 2, and I will discard a green to get $2. And then I think I'm going to upgrade this building here from a 1 to a 3. So I need to spend the difference in builders. So I'm going to discard 2 builders, and I'm going to discard my $4. And that will upgrade this building to that right there. And I need to draw a card. That's a cowboy. I'll draw another card. And it's your go.
I will go here. I think I want to draw, discard, draw, discard. Let's do that. Draw, discard, draw, cowboy, draw, discard. And then I will spend 1 conductor and $2 to buy. Oh, this is not the right token.
You're right. Whichever one you take is gonna.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this one is easier for me.
All right.
And that is it.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go here and take an exchange token. And I'll do an auxiliary action of draw and discard. And since I have no cards in my deck, I have to shuffle it up. Maybe I can do like a fast forward through the shuffling with like some clown music happening. That like stupid. 3, 4, 5. I'm doing the auxiliary action of draw and discard. So I'm going to draw. That is a conductor. I'm going to draw, and then I'm going to discard a 1. Your go.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Get token back and bring that. Let's go right ahead.
All right. Start of my turn, I will use an exchange token to draw and discard. So I will draw. This is a wild. I'll draw. And I will discard. I'm going to use another exchange token. So I'll draw and I'll discard. I'm going to use my last exchange token. Draw. That is a builder. Draw. That is a cowboy. Draw. And unfortunately, discard. I'm just going to move 1 and get $2 and a certificate. Here you go.
Okay, I'm gonna go here. And I think I'll grab another one of these. And I will discard this green for $2. And then I will draw. Go right ahead.
I'm in a predicament, man. All right, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna get a worker for free. I will take a cowboy. And then I can discard any cow to get $2. I'll discard this 1 to get $2. And then draw back up, and it is your go.
All right, use a
I drew a
token.
cowboy here. Draw back.
So we got
Do you want to be a cowboy, baby?
Kit Rupture does. Discard this.
He's riding at night and he's sleeping all day.
I think we'll just go here because I can't really do what I want to get where I want to get. So we'll get $5. I do have 11, and I'll use one of these for 12. And we'll get this permanent ribbon and $1.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be it for me.
I am also moving to El Paso, so I get $5. I get the oh, did you take an orange? You didn't take an orange, right? Because there was 2 left. Yeah. I should have the last orange. And then my hand is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I have a permanent ribbon for 12, and I will go 13, 14, so that I can put this out here. And that also gives me $1. That's my turn. I'm drawing back to 4. 1 or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, one of those is a builder. And we'll draw.
Let's use this. Draw. All right, I'm going to go here. Oh, since these are gone, next person to reach there ends the game, correct?
So since we took the last cow from the stack here, the next person who reaches El Paso is going to trigger the end of the game. Once they take their El Paso turn, the next player gets one more turn, and then the game will end.
All right, so I'm going to discard black, but I'm just going to spend those $2. I will spend 1 for this, and we'll just get another yellow cow. And draw back up to 5 now. Go right ahead.
All right, I'm going to move 1. I'm going to discard a 2 to get $5. And then I will discard 4 cowboys for 8, 5, 6, 7, and 8 to buy a purple there. And I'm at 4, so I'm going to draw back up to 5.
Before I do anything, I will again draw this card. I'm going to go here. I am going to grab a ribbon. I will take the ribbon. I'm going to do a conductor for 4. Spend 8. I will get 3 more ribbons. I will take, I need a black, so I'll take this permanent one. Then I can move 2, and I do get to trigger, and I think I'm gonna use my cowboy to add 1 to make it 3. So we'll go 1, 2, 3 to get this. And I think I have to take money because I really cannot take $3. I guess I could have upgraded my building, but no, I don't have any money.
Dang, 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 Dante. I see what you're doing, and I do not like it. So, man, to stand any kind of chance, I just have to go 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to discard the white to get $2. And I will spend the 5 to buy a cowboy. That's it. I need to draw back up, so I need to shuffle my deck.
Yep. I will go here. I'll grab conductor. I'll spend a cow to draw. No, to get $2. Then I will draw back up.
You want to cut?
so I'm drawing back up. That's a cowboy. All right. So I'm going to do some of the special actions from my workers here. I'm going to discard this for $2. I'm going to discard a builder and spend $2 to get a certificate. I'm going to discard a builder and spend $2 to get a certificate. And that's it. So then I am going to move my 3, and I'm going to spend one of my cowboys so that I can make it 4. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, and take this path here to go 4 to El Paso, which gives me $5. I don't take one of these cards, but when you're the last person to go to El Paso, you put your Wrangler right here, because that person's going to get an extra 2 points at the end of the game. Then I'm going to reveal my hand, which is going to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. And so I'll remove this here to go there. And that spot opens up, gives me $2. And I get an exchange token in case that means anything. So that triggers the end of the game. Dante now gets one more turn.
Oh, perfect.
I don't like that. Don't you say that.
Oh, cool. Got there. Got there. Go there. I get $5. And then I can use both of these because of my ability.
Mm-hmm.
So 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 19, 20.
Oh, wait, hold up. Did you count this one too?
Oh, no. Oh, I don't even need to do this then.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm at 20 regardless. That is it. That is the actual end of the game.
End of the game. And so now we are going to score up all of our stuff. All right, so let's tally up these scores. First is going to be, what, money?
Yep.
I get 2 points.
I also get 2 points.
Next up is buildings.
I get 4.
I got 4, 2 for 6.
These. So 14, 21, 25.
This is 16 plus 4 for 20.
People. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18 plus 6, 24.
23.
Cows. 6, 9, 14.
So 8, 9, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Black. So 3, 5, 6.
This is where you roast me. I got 2.
And these ones, I do have this for 3. I do have this for 4, so 7. I do have this for 5, which gives me 12. And I do have this one for 4, which is 16. And I do not have that one.
All right. So I did get to 16 for 4. I have a blue cow and 1 black token. For another 4, that's 8. I do have a 2 plus building plus a 12 for 3. And I do have a 2 plus building plus a brown cow for 5. So that's 8 and 8, 16. Damn.
Very close. So our final score based on our tally, I have 91 points to Ryan's 90, so I squeaked it out by 1 point.
Man. Good game though, dude.
Yep.
I guess you want to be a cowboy, baby.
Professional cowboy now.
Jesus. Yeah, so that was our playthrough of Great Western Trail El Paso. Let us know if you liked it down in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. We're a new channel. We're trying to grow. We really appreciate it. And as always,
Remember to game and drink responsibly.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good one. And yeehaw.
Yeehaw.